Everybody out on the porch. I'm gonna talk real quick, okay? These are my boys. And they are the greatest gift that I have ever been given, that I could ever give to this life. And my greatest contribution. So I'm going to talk a little bit, if I can. And then Carter is like the greatest example of myself as a compassionate, caring, thoughtful, considerate aspect. And Corbin, as you all know already, is a social butterfly. I'm going to introduce my family, okay? And this is their mother, Jen, their mom, Jen, without whom we would not have these two beautiful boys. She's also a veteran of the Army in Afghanistan. All right, we're going to take up a lot on the stage. It's been a long time. I haven't been up here on a stage since '98. So I'm going to introduce these guys, and then we'll get the bands going once I do my little spiel. So I have, my mother, my mom, Linda, my father, Paul, my older brother, Paul, wherever he's hiding. He's videoing his wife, Diane, his daughter, Zoe, my other niece, Zoe, his sister, could not make it, Becca. So she is at home with her mom, so they are here in spirit. My sister, who could not be here tonight, Darlene, who's in Colorado. These are a majority of her kids. All of them, right? Except for John. So then we have Jonathan and Brittany and Austin. And we have Johnny. And we have Grace. And we have Lindsay. And we have Erica. I pointed to Erica. And Carly. And Luca is back. He's back in the corner. He's my great nephew. And her boyfriend, Derek. And then my brother Daniel. And his wife Leslie. And my nephew Justin. And my great nephew Joshua, who is hiding. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Without them, this is my family. Without this support, I would not be talking to you over. But without all of you guys, many of you who I've known for over 20 years, I would not be here either. So I appreciate the fact of this benefit I would never expect. I have never expected.
We love you, Shawn.
But I appreciate it. Okay? So, I'm going to give a little history lesson for those of you who don't really know me. When I was growing up in the hardcore, when I was going to shows in the early 90s, we didn't have many hardcore bands that came and played. So, you know, we started off with alternative bands at Garreau Hall and punk bands. But it wasn't enough for me. I needed something more. I always needed something more in my life. I always needed to be a part of something beyond what I was. And that's what I've always tried to impart to people, is to always do more than what you did, than you can do. Be something beyond what you are. And so, in the summer of '91, I made a choice. I made a choice to be straight edge. And I've been straight edge for the last 24 years. I do not think that I am better. I have never thought that I was better. I never thought that I was above anyone. But it was just something that I needed in my life. And it has meant the most to me. And it has defined me as a person, just as my children have defined me as an adult. But once a hardcore kid, always a straight edge hardcore kid. So we started having shows, and hardcore taught me many, many things. Can you guys agree? That we're a part of that team? Right. Many things. Larry's still grumpy, but you know. We love him anyway, right? Bobby's gonna drop his pants in a second.
Drop yours.
I won't go into that story. Come talk to me later. Anyway. So, you know, I was doing these shows and it wasn't enough. I wanted to be more involved. I always wanted to be more involved. So, I was introduced to doing a zine. And I did a zine called In Defense. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that, ever read the zine or not, but I did a zine called In Defense. And Rob Scott got me introduced and turned me on to that, writing a zine. He might be turning the lights on and off here shortly to tell me to shut up. But soon that wasn't enough for me either. I thought I had enough to say in my zine, and so I wanted to start a band. So I started a band called Endurance. And that time in my life, the bands we played with, the shows we saw, I can't explain the amount of things I learned. The bands we played with, Splinter, we played with Life Game. Where's Mike? He's hiding down there. You know, these guys are my brothers. And they always will be, no matter what. And what hardcore taught me was to be involved, to be a part, to be active, to think, to look around you, to see what's going on. Don't be afraid to speak, to be proud of who and what you are. And that has made all the difference. And that's exactly what, you know, my whole point was tonight. Because I've always believed in that idealism of what hardcore represented, what they always talked about, those tenets, right? Brotherhood, unity, togetherness, right? To many, it was just words. But to me, I believe in them so strongly, and they're such an ideal, because I believe in the root of those ideals. And this tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this tonight, this benefit that I would never in a million years ever expect, proves that. Proves that. It makes me proud to know that I can count myself among all of you. And we are a part of this unity. So I thank you. I want to thank Lary Brent for setting this up with that woman. Tony Herba hiding over there in the corner, who is one of the greatest dudes ever. And many of you guys in here that I know and I have known for years, you know, don't think that I haven't forgotten, all right?
That's why you're a great teacher, Shawn.
I do my best. So what I want to do, I've written a song. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm going to read it out loud. And so what I want to do is, if I can, I want to come down here, but I want people to crowd around me. All right? No kissing, Mike. And what I'm going to do is after I repeat each line, I want you to repeat it with me. All right? If I can read it. It's called I Am, and this is what defines me. I am the storm.
I am the storm.
I am the avalanche.
I am the avalanche.
I am the song.
I am the song.
I am the chorus.
I am the chorus.
I am the light in the darkness.
I am the light in the darkness.
I am the way. My way. I am positivity.
I am positivity.
I am brotherhood.
I am brotherhood.
I am unity.
I am unity.
I am loyalty.
I am loyalty.
I am the spirit.
I am the spirit.
I am a promise that refuses to break.
I am the promise that refuses to break.
I am the bond we make.
I am the bond we make.
I am belief.
I am belief.
I am a vow.
I am a vow.
I am the truth.
I am the truth.
It's my truth.
It's my truth.
And I am.
And I am.
Because
Because
I am straight edge.
I'm straight edge.
I am 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 straight edge.
And I will remain.
And I will what?
All right, the Feds and Enhailer and Splinter and Face Value are up next.
And the fence.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.